What's the purpose of purpose? I think when I first was introduced to the concept, I kind of had an unhealthy infatuation with it because it was through a guy you've probably heard of, Simon Sinek. And he has this famous concept known as start with why. And for the longest time, I obsessed with mission statements, vision statements, core values, and I would call that strategy. I'd say, okay, you have your mission statement. We're on a mission to do this through this. You know, our vision is to be the this of whatever our industry, the best, the leader, the first, the only. Our values are ABCD adjective, and now you have a purpose. And the more that I've thought about it, the more that I've actually seen this play out, the less that I see this traditional idea of purpose playing out. And the more I see purpose as being not something that you add after the fact to your business, but I see it as being everything to your business. So let me unpack that for a minute. When I say purpose, what I mean is this positive change that you bring to the world. Because every business exists to do that. There's this exchange of value. Since the beginning of time, people have traded what we have for what we want. And not just what we want, but what we want to feel. It helps us do something, it helps us save time, it helps us save money, but ultimately what we want is the emotional payoff in that transaction. Business just does this at scale. So you have a product, your customers want it, you have a valuable solution to a painful problem, and they give you money to solve it for them, right? That makes sense. So, through that lens, if purpose is positive change that we're creating in the world, helping people get what they want, it's bigger than a mission statement. A mission statement maybe is defined as, you know, how you're going to get where you're going. Your vision is where you're going. It's your vision for the future, the world you imagine, this positive change that you're hoping to create. Your values are just what that looks like every day, whether it's whatever adjectives you choose. And all of that collectively is your purpose. So where you're going, how you'll get there, what that looks like every day with your vision, mission, and values is your purpose. Your purpose is not a thing. It's actually the result of all of those things. Are you tracking with me? This is the exchanged value and the value that's created and delivered through every transaction of your business. Your purpose is going to shape your strategy. Your strategy is going to shape your perception. Your perception, if people don't see the value, if they don't feel the value, there's no exchange. If it doesn't feel like it's worth it to them, it doesn't feel like they're going to get more than they give in this value exchange, you'll never get a chance to show them. Which is why so many people with, I think, genuinely generous hearts, great service, great products, they still struggle because they have this thing that they believe in, that they're passionate about. They do it maybe better than anyone else. They have great service. They still care, but there's a disconnect. Everything that they know about themselves and that they feel about themselves, their customers don't know. Their customers don't feel. They don't see it. That gap is your brand. So when you trace all this back to what is the purpose of purpose, your purpose fuels everything. Because if people don't see what makes you special, you'll never get a chance to deliver it. And what makes any business special, and the only reason it needs to exist, is to create positive change. It's to actually provide meaningful value to someone in a way that's different from what they're getting anywhere else. Because if your customers just see the same old stuff, the same old graphics, the same old messages, the same old AI generated ads, they're just going to find the cheapest option. Because if that's the only thing that sets you apart is price, then why should they choose you? There's no reason for anyone to pay more for the same thing. That's why I've made it my mission to help businesses like this do good work, work that matters. Because I believe this is work that matters. When you have an entrepreneur, you have a founder who really cares about what they do and they are trying to create a positive change in the world, They really do still value things like service and quality and all those things that sound really ambiguous, but that drive everything they do. I want to help people see that. I want to help people feel that. I want to help people be able to engage in that. And I imagine a world of remarkable generosity where every founder has designed their business around what they believe so that they can help other people do what they want. Where every transaction is customer benefited, not just profit driven. And the funny thing is, when you design your business around helping people and you design your business about doing something that's meaningfully different, what people want and what they can't get anywhere else, with a spirit of generosity, I believe the more you give is the more you get, because then you actually do stand out in the market. Then you actually do have something that's remarkable, that's worthy of remark. So just to try to land the plane here, thank you if you stuck around long enough to actually hear me talk through this concept on the purpose of purpose. But I believe the purpose of purpose is everything. The purpose of a business is to do business on purpose. It's to create positive change. So if you found this interesting, I'd love to hear it in the comments. If you can think of somebody who maybe has been wrestling with this idea, maybe tag them in it, like it, reshare. But my name's Aaron Johnson. I'm the owner of AJ Brand, and I help founders get clear on what they believe so that they can do business on purpose with a brand that they're proud to lead.